Well, if you are driving in Midtown Tallahassee this week, there are some temporary road closures that you should be aware of as crews continue to make progress repaving 7th Avenue as part of the City of Tallahassee's infrastructure investments in the area. Starting today and continuing tomorrow, 7th Avenue between Monroe Street and Duval Street will be completely shut down. Now, these closures are in effect from 8:30 a.m. until 4 o'clock in the afternoon each day. If you need to access the Tallahassee Senior Center, please use Adams Street. Then on Thursday, January 15th, work shifts to 7th Avenue between Thomasville Road and Monroe Street, and that section will also be fully closed from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now expect significant delays on Thomasville Road, especially if you are heading into Midtown. Northbound access to Meridian Road from 7th Avenue and Thomasville Road will be blocked. Resurfacing is expected to wrap up this week, weather permitting, and detours will be posted and local access will be maintained for residents and businesses.